work right now. So, I'll see you later. Bye.
Hey, I need you on something. We have a code red.
What is it?
This is confidential information, but there's been a threat of a new anthrax strain that the Russians are using against us, and we procured a sample. And we need you to find a new antitoxin that can bind to it.
Alone? No, with my partner. Give me 3 months.
You have 3 weeks.
I've got it. But how can we be sure a small biomolecule will bind to its target? What if we used fluorescence anisotropy? I know you worked on that a lot in your old lab. Can you remind me how it works? Absolutely. Polarized light, which is light that only oscillates in one direction, is used to excite a fluorescent biomolecule or one with a fluorescent tag attached so that it emits light and fluoresces. And what does that do exactly? The light that is emitted from the biomolecule is put through a polarizer, which makes polarized light in a specific direction, in order to detect if the direction of the light polarization changed between what was applied and what was emitted. How does that relate to binding? So if the small biomolecule did not bind to the larger target, the light emitted would be depolarized, no directionality to it. Because the small molecule on its own is able to spin fast in solution. If the biomolecule binds, it is rotating much slower or not at all, and the light emitted will still be polarized in the same direction as the light absorbed.
Wow, that's genius. How can you tell if it's depolarized, though?
If the light is depolarized, some light will pass through both the parallel and perpendicular polarizer. If the light is polarized, then most of the light will pass through the parallel polarizer and little to none will pass through the perpendicular polarizer. There are even equations to calculate the intensity of light after it passes through the polarizer.
Wow, tell me more about the equations.
Depolarized light with an intensity I going through a polarizer comes out with an intensity equal to half of the original intensity. Additionally, polarized light with intensity I going through a polarizer comes out with an intensity equal to cosine squared of the angle between the direction of polarization and the direction of the polarizer, times the original intensity.
This will work perfectly to determine if our new antitoxin binds to the anthrax strain.
Today, we would like to recognize an outstanding achievement in the field of microbiology and national defense. As you all know by now, the Russians had threatened us with bioterrorism in the form of a new strain of anthrax that we didn't have a cure for. Dr. Clemons and her research team were able to develop a new antitoxin within just 3 weeks using some of the best technology we have to offer, fluorescence anisotropy.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to first thank my undergraduate physics professor, Andrew Loveridge, for introducing me to the wonderful world of the physics of light. Without him, I could never have done this.